There is a scene in the satirical film Mike Bassett, England manager, where the eponymous hero and his victorious Norwich City team return to East Anglia after winning the Mr. Clutch Cup at Wembley on an open-topped bus to celebrate. Unfortunately for the hapless Bassett, the joyous occasion quickly goes awry. The driver takes a wrong turn and ends up speeding away from the Norfolk town centre down a dual carriageway, oblivious to his passengers' protestations above him. Rodgers is about as far removed from the inept, foul-mouthed, old-school coach so memorably portrayed by Ricky Tomlinson in that mockumentary as it is possible to be. Read more. Chelsea playmaker Charlie Musonda needs games, but I can't guarantee he'll play ahead of Callum McGregor, but the Celtic manager recalled yesterday that he had a not altogether dissimilar experience earlier in his coaching career as he looked ahead to the William Hill Scottish Cup final against Motherwell at Hampden on Saturday. "I remember when I was a young coach at Reading and we went from League One into the Championship," he said. "The bus was too far out. We met at Rivermead Leisure Centre in Reading and all the players and staff got on. But all the fans were in the city centre, so we were going about 40 miles per hour down the dual carriageway. It was a bit like Mike Bassett. I was thinking, I need to hold on here. Then we turned past the hexagon and all the supporters were there. The comical scenes came to mind amid all the preparations for the final, because Celtic will be honoured with a rare open-topped bus parade from Delmarnock to nearby Celtic Park if they win this weekend and become the first Scottish club to complete the double treble." Read more. Stephen Thompson, "Not one scintilla of doubt at Motherwell they can beat Celtic. It is, due to their intense rivalry with Rangers, not a privilege which has been afforded to many of their predecessors, but it will be, if the defending champions prevail, be well attended by their thousands of supporters and also well deserved given the magnitude of their achievement." Rodgers stressed that nobody at the Parkhead club is taking anything for granted. Motherwell have also made plans to have an open-topped bus parade if they come out on top, but admitted it will cap another momentous season if it comes to pass. "Police dictated when the open-top bus could be done, or not, and both clubs agreed what would be best," he said. "There was a possibility of doing it last season after we won the treble, but you had the bombings in Manchester and it had to be cancelled on safety grounds. There's nothing presumptuous. The arrangements are in place for safety reasons, so fans of whichever clubs wins knows what's planned. We never assume anything, but if it happens to us then it will be Saturday, and if it happens to Motherwell it's Sunday." Read more. Graham McGarry, "If Shay Logan is an irrelevance, why does he get so much attention from Celtic fans? They are great memories that stay with you and it would be fantastic for the players and fans. But we need to win it first." Rodgers, the former Swansea City and Liverpool manager, has won every domestic competition his side has entered since he became Celtic manager 2 years ago on Sunday, but the Northern Irishman takes nothing for granted when it comes to this competition especially. He can remember watching the Scottish Cup and FA Cup finals on television as a boy, and it still holds a special place in his heart despite how much football has changed in the decades since. "I can recall the Scottish Cup final between Celtic and Dundee United in 1985, he said. "Running along at the same time as it was the FA Cup final between Manchester United and Everton. I could watch it because Celtic won late on and that one went into extra time. It was brilliant. We were flicking over. We were all watching the Celtic game. But there were always a couple of tellies on watching the other one. Norman Whiteside was playing in that game. Norman was 17, he was from Belfast, and you want to see a Northern Ireland guy do well. He would score the winner. It is a special day. Now everything has changed slightly because there was always the focus That was the whole day, either the Scottish or the English when you followed those teams. But certainly for players, supporters, managers, it doesn't take away anything. It is a real special occasion. Read more. Chelsea playmaker Charlie Musonda needs games, but I can't guarantee he'll play ahead of Callum McGregor. Meanwhile, Rodgers has told Dedryck Boyata, the Celtic centre-half who revealed that he has opened talks about signing an extension to his current contract, which expires at the end of next season, that he wants him to focus fully on playing well in the final and possibly for his country Belgium in the Russia 2018 finals. I think it's one that'll probably drift through the summer, he said. He just needs to concentrate on playing well and being ready for the weekend. We'll see what happens on Monday if he's in the Belgian squad for the World Cup. He'll come back and we'll look at it from there. It's never always the player, it could be the club. Hopefully they find the solutions between both.